Hey guys, welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. I'm Greg, and this is a big block Chevelle, 1970 model, beautiful restoration on it. It's got red interior. Man, she is gorgeous. Beautiful chrome, beautiful grille. Those stripes are buried under the clear. I can barely feel them, man. She is gorgeous. Love those black racing stripes. Just a beautiful restoration here. The lines on the hood looking sweet, lined up with that front fender. That line on the door looking good. And this baby's got Cragars. Look at the stance on this beauty. Man, she's sweet. Look at this interior. Red interior. Man, it looks good. Check out those door jambs too, man. I'm always looking at door jambs. You guys know that. That tells the story. You got good looking door jambs, I bet you got a good looking car. We got seat belts in the back. Package tray looks good, headliner looks good, dome lights working. We got great looking pad on the dash, center console, staple shifter, great looking face on the gauges, great looking lenses on the gauges. Man, she's a beauty. Get the key out here and we'll take a look inside the trunk here. Look at that slick red paint. She is a beauty. Look at that chrome on the back bumper. I always look at the stripes. Look at the way these stripes are, how nice and sharp the corners are. Inside the trunk here, look at that. You want to talk about pretty? Nice and clean. Got gorgeous paint work here. All new rubber, gorgeous paint work on the bottom of the deck lid. You can see they had the latch off. Beautiful. When you look down the side of the car, she is straight as an arrow. Look at that. The reflections are looking sweet. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we don't do any consignment. That means we own this car. Right now we have a little over 200 cars in stock and we own every one of those cars. So you can bet we spent the time to check them out before we bought them. The first thing that gets done when the cars get to our shop is we get them up on the lift and inspect them so Tom can answer all your questions. And Tom answers his phone 7 days a week and practically 24 hours a day. So you can call him anytime you want. If he does not answer his phone, he will call you back. So give him a call with any questions you have. If you want any close-up pictures of this car or any one of our inventory cars, you just give him a call. He will call you back and get those pictures right out to you. Now, I've got about 35 years of experience in the car business, and I'm using all of that experience to help you pick out your dream car. Chevelle time, 396, red car. Man, this thing sounds good. Nothing better than a big block and a cool exhaust system. Here we go, guys. This thing is beautiful. Black racing stripes, ready to go. Man, this thing has got a deep throat and it sounds good. We can deliver this Chevelle anywhere in the world. You just give us a call at 248-974-9513. Tom answers his phone 7 days a week and practically 24 hours a day. So you can call him anytime you feel like it. If you don't get a hold of him, he will call you back. Now, if you need some help with financing, we can help you out in that department too. We make it really easy for you. We take care of all the paperwork. All you need to do is make that phone call. We also deliver anywhere in the world. I think I already said that. Man, listen to how cool this thing sounds. Now, we do sell about 95% of our stuff sight unseen on the internet, but we do invite you to come in and take a look if you'd like. Now look down here on the dash. Look how beautiful everything looks. All the gauges are looking sweet. Man, this thing's nice. I can't get over the exhaust. Man, sometimes they just get it perfect, man. And this one is. Listen to it. Man, you want to talk about getting your heart going? This thing will get your blood pumping. Now, we are very close to the airport here in Detroit if you'd like to come in. And we're open on Saturdays if you'd like to drive in. Just call us and let us know you're coming. We do have a lot of cars in stock and a lot of square footage. We may have to move a few cars around for you to get your favorite car out. And right about now, we are gonna do something nobody else in the industry does. We're gonna put this beauty up on the lift so you can check out the underside, and then we're gonna get the hood up and see what's making all that music coming out of those tailpipes. All right, we're underneath this Chevelle now, and as you can see, it's painted red on the bottom side. It's got new bushings on the frame. The frame's nicely painted. The exhaust system's new, the tips are new, the tank's new, the cover on the rear end's new. It's a 12-bolt, 342 gear. It is a Posi. Looks like fairly new shocks, new brake lines. Looks like fairly new bushings on the lower control arms here too. We got a new sway bar here. Everything under here is nice and clean. I always look at the low areas in the frame here. We got the extra braces here on the lower control arms here. Looks like we've got good looking U-joints here also. Looks like the parking brake cable's hooked up. Looks like the brake line's new also. Looks like the fuel line's new. Again, the bottoms of the floorboards here have been all painted up red. We got stripes on the drive shaft here. It's been all painted up. We got an extra cool, cooling pan on the Turbo 400 trans. That's a 3-speed automatic for those of you who don't know that. I look at the low areas in the frame here. Also, it's a good spot to check on every one of these cars. We got disc brakes up front. The guys will look at those. I see fairly new ball joints up at the top there. Looks like new trans cooler lines too. They've wrapped a heat blanket around the starter there to keep the starter cool. We got a big sway bar in the front with new bushings here. Always look at the front frame horns to make sure they're straight. A telltale sign on every one of these cars is to look at the core support, make sure it's in good shape. This front bumper, back side of it's nice and clean, and the front side is nice and shiny. That tells me that it looks like it's brand new. I mean, everything about this car is beautiful. And it's got Cragars on it. Love some Cragars. 225/70 15s on the tires. Wheel lip moldings look good. The wheel houses are nice and clean. I always look at the bottom edge of these front fenders. See how nice and clean that looks? Also, look at the pinch weld, where them two pieces of metal come together. See how it's nice and straight, nice and strong looking? When those get old and crappy looking, they get all swelled up. That one's beautiful. Out back here, again, some good looking Cragars, 235/70 15s. And again, check that paint work right down to the bottom edge. The painter took it right to the bottom edge. You know, he cared about his work. I always check this lip too. Feel that. Make sure that inner wheelhouse is nice and structurally sound. Just be careful, the edges of those screws and the edge of this lip here is also sharp. So make sure you don't end up with a bloody hand. Let's get under the hood. All right, under the hood here, we got a 67 model 396. It's got a 750 Holly on it. It does have an Edelbrock intake on it, and they've painted it orange to match the rest of the motor. You can see there's some chrome on the motor, looking good. We got power brakes, air conditioning, power steering. cross-flow radiator. Firewall's nice and clean. Bottom side of the hood's nice and clean, and her wheelhouses are nicely painted. All the bright work's nice and bright. All the wiring looks good here. All the aluminum's nice and bright. Just a beautiful build on this car, guys. Somebody really cared about what they were doing when they built this sucker. The distributor looks fairly stock back there. I mean, everything about the car, they did a nice job making this thing look stock. It is gorgeous. It's got the stock exhaust manifolds on it. Just beautiful under the hood here. We do have aluminum pulleys there on the water pump and on the crank pulley. She's gorgeous under here, guys. Call Tom anytime. He answers his phone 7 days a week. 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your driveway.